One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Ucla Bruins, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollitt and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bruins will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cyclones offense will take the first swing of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bruins offense will go to work for the first time today. And when these 2 guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. The minute after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get the corner. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Bruins are flying down the field. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got a man in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bruins! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Big-time players, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to ride this running back. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Fights off the defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Townsend. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. The Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Got a little space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. A really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
And the Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Townsend. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7. The Cyclones had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now, they get the big stop.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Tennessee. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. He hurls one deep down the left side.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a man in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics around midfield, 4-down territory. On 4th down, looking to pass. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Bruins are on the move. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air. It's Iamaleava. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw again. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set him back, but they'll go for it here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a connection. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. No matter the sport, he epitomized a UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
And the Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now, Saints keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Got a man. It's Thomas. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Gives it on the option. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. 2nd down coming up. Gives it on the option. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to run for it. Runs through the tackle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has...
He's loose. Oh, the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Ucla. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, UCLA.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Bruins! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And his throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looking for a man. It's Ucla. The short hands. It's Flores. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Marshall. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to the big tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Play stops the drive.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to...
There he goes! Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And on the opening drive of the second half, you made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third down, going up top. Looking for the score. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Lee. Spins away from one. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap and a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
And the Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rigby. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Cyclones have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Let's go. Right.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Dances away. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Wants to throw again. Quick completion on the out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Cyclones can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Catch in the middle. It's Hughes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And in this offense, you know as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Give to the back. Spins away from the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Rigby. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. The give on the inside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Cyclones back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The run from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need.
Touchdown, Cyclones! Great job by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Syracuse. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got a man. It's Thomas.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fires left. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
The Bruins with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He wants it all. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Another Cyclones.
And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And right down the middle. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Back to throw, it's Ucla. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it on the left. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Firing to the end zone. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Zings it complete to the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Rides to back and leaves it. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Looking to throw, it's Ucla. They brought the heat and they get him on the ground. And a 4th down sack stops this drive cold. Wide receiver going in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in, it's Townsend. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Back to pass. It's caught downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
3 yards on the play. Brings up third and goal.
To the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.